So the area that obviously worries people most about Luka Garza is the defensive end. And I'm not going to sit here and just bash him. All this highlight is doing is after 4 games of Summer League that I was able to watch and look at before breaking this down is what are we seeing from him? So the first, we're going to start in the ball screen, because the thing is people are going to ball screen him to death when he comes on the floor. And really your only option is drop coverage. So we're going to look at what that has looked like. So that's whenever the ball screen happens and he's just going to drop into the lane. So I just want to explain this so that way you know, like it's going to give up a mid-range jumper. Here, the Lakers miss, but that's what drop coverage is going to give up, and that's what other teams are going to get a lot of looks at, okay, right there, those pull-up jumpers. So we'll look at a couple here. These are the areas I guess I would say concern me is he's in drop coverage. Okay, K does a good job getting over the top. He's kind of playing against both. What worries me is right here is now as he drops, now the pass has been made, getting back in front of the roll guy and stopping him. So here against Reed Travis, he gets there, but he's not really able to get on balance and be strong against it. Gives up an offensive rebound. Now, with that said, he is pretty good at that, just being big and long, getting his hands up, blocking a shot there or causing a miss. Now, what tends to happen, you have to play this really good. Here, he gets a little high on the drop coverage. I don't know if he was trying to play against the shot or whatever. We saw earlier, you're probably going to give up these shots in this range anyway. But now he doesn't have the athleticism and the change of direction to get back, and Obi Toppin gets a dunk. So, if you get a little too high on these when you're playing drop coverage, the roll guy is going to have a wide open dunk like we saw there. And then again here on this one, he does a little better. He's moving his feet. He's backing up. The pass is given up. Tries to get back in front. And then again, you just see he's not able to really change direction. And Toppin's just really able to attack him. And Garza's not able to really contest or cause or cause a miss. All right, whenever he's able to have his feet set, he does a good job, 2 hands straight up, maybe takes a charge and contests and alters the shot a little bit better. But in these situations, he was not able to. Now, the second part of that I'm probably even more worried about is this. So even in drop coverage, you're going to see on these, he's not able to stay in front of the ball handler. So in drop coverage, they should never get to the rim. But even here in a tight space with some help defenders, able to go by him, ends up getting called for a foul, or the help defender is. And then we'll see it again here. Refuse the ball screen, drop cover. And then this is the one that really makes me nervous. Like, Reeves is going to miss this shot, but like you guys can imagine if this is Russell Westbrook or Steph Curry or any of these big time guards in the NBA, even some second unit guys, this is problematic. So here he's not really able to move his feet, flip his hips, and stay in front. So in that drop coverage, that's a couple scenarios where I'd like to see him get better. All right, make sure he's in the right spot. We know we're going to probably give up a shot depending on how the on-ball defender gets through the screen, but don't let guys get to the rim, is able to really anchor himself and at least cause them to score over him, disrupt the shot a little bit. A couple other areas, this isn't huge, but as a help defender on the perimeter, I saw this a couple times, just whether he's not able to trust himself to step down and help and then recover, which we'll talk about in a second, but a couple times saw this, just kind of the slap and reach on the perimeter. Again, I don't think it's a will thing. I don't think it's an effort thing. We know Luka Garza plays hard, but just maybe able to move his feet and then not trusting that he can get back, which is the next thing I'll highlight, is closing out. And he will be matched up with shooters. We know how the NBA game is. Again, maybe all these guys in these clips aren't shooters, but here, watch what it causes. His teammate Saben Lee knows that he's not really able to recover to Toppin on this shot, so Saben Lee has to kind of step at him and hedge at him a little bit, okay? And, just to disrupt the shot a little bit because he knows Garza's not going to get there. And because of that, Wayne Selden, who Saben Lee was guarding, gets in for an offensive rebound. So when you watch this, it's like, what's Saben Lee's doing? Why does his man go get an offensive rebound? Well, it's because he's trying to help, Luka Garza recover and get the closeout. He's trying to buy him a little bit of time by just stunning Obi Toppin. Well, because of that, now he's out of position and Wayne Selden's able to go in and get an offensive rebound. And then when he gets matched up with guys on the perimeter, again, it's kind of like the drop coverage. You're going to have to live with guys getting open shots, possibly making them. Again, here, not really comfortable stepping out really close, gets a little jab step, he backs off. Like, that's just probably what he has to do. Okay, so that's the things where you'd like to see him improve and maybe can be problematic. Let's look at a couple areas where I think he does a good job. And one, this is what I talked about with Kelly Olynyk. Can he be a position defender, a smart defender, use his high basketball IQ just to rotate correctly and all of those things? So here, inbound, Sadiq Bey gets beat back door. Luka Garza does a great job. He's seeing what the action going on, off the ball, away from his man, steps over and stops Ayayi on the drive. And then now we're into the situation we just talked about. I think, again, he wants to. He's down in a stance. His knees are bent. The feet are just a little bit heavy. And then you're just going to have to live with some of those. Does the offensive player make it or miss it? There we come up with a make, but a great, help defensive play there from Luka Garza. Again here, playing the drop coverage. I love this possession. So Hayes gets beat. I'm going to step over. There you see it. Hands straight up. And that's how he's going to contest. Maybe take charges there. Great job helping. And then we're going to get another one here as Wayne Selden drives. Garza focused in. And again, steps over. Doesn't allow Selden to get all the way to the rim. Contests the shot by going straight up and down. And then goes after the rebound. We'll talk about the rebounding in another segment. Maybe he jumps a little too much for my liking, but does a great job there. And then one more. Here's the drop coverage where he plays it pretty well. He's going to drop. Again, you'll see Ayayi, that's just whether he wants to shoot it or not, but he drops. Now he recovers to his man, doesn't let his man get downhill, and plays it pretty well. And then here, again, not going to give you a lot of rim protection. I'd almost rather he just stays on the ground. But one thing about Luka Garza, he's going to fight for every rebound. So those are kind of the aspects. I think he can be a good team defender, a rotator, step over and help. What I think he has to be good at the rim is taking charges or just getting his feet set, holding his spot, two hands straight up, contesting that way. And then in the ball screen, play perfect drop coverage.